Hello, everybody. I'm Chase Gibson, host of Pregame Press, and right next to me, I have Mr. Will Stewart. Will, how you doing, man?
Good.
Good. So, NFL draft begins in 2 minutes and 43 seconds. How do you feel? How do you feel about this year?
Super excited. Lots of defense this year.
Defense. So, just Bleacher Report came out with the new top 5 today, and I agree with most of it. But they have Ed Oliver at number 3. Tell me what you think of that.
I think he'll get to top 10. I'm about number 3.
3. Because they didn't have – I mean, they had Montez Sweat at 6. I think that's interesting. They had Jeffrey Simmons all the way in the second round.
You could see that.
I mean, if teams pick offense instead of defense, then I can see him going second.
Yes.
Maybe even third round if they're picking running backs all the way in the second round.
Yeah. Yes.
So, I mean, I don't know. This is going to be tough. All right. So, if you could rank this year's quarterbacks, you said that on the last show about the NFL draft that you had Drew Lock ahead of Kyler Murray.
I do.
You still do?
Hold on.
I mean, his
Murray
number 1 odds have been bumping. I'm not just going to say that.
I'm going to go Kyler Murray number 2.
Kyler Murray? All
Number
right.
1 is, of course, Dwayne Haskins, I think.
I think it might be Kyler Murray and then Drew Lock and Dwayne Haskins. I mean, there's a lot of people like to pick him high.
Yep.
I think Drew Lock will go high. I think he can go as high as top 5, top 7, but I don't think he'll go outside the top 15, really, in my opinion. I don't think he'll go outside the top 15. NFL draft about to start in exactly 1 minute. 1 minute. Man, I'm pumped about this year. If remember when we discussed the NFL draft last time, for my pick against the Chiefs, I said if Josh Allen wasn't picked by 29, obviously he will be. But do you agree with me? If the Chiefs were higher, do you think they could pick Josh Allen? Do you think they should? Because D Ford left. Justin Houston is old. All right. So, I don't know.
Although, they do have Frank Clark from Seattle.
They do. They got Frank Clark. But again, I mean, I don't know. I really do like Josh Allen in the Chiefs.
Yes.
I really do.
But guess what happened?
What?
You know Tyreek Hill?
Yeah.
He might get suspended.
All right. So before the draft starts, just discuss this for me. Why did he get suspended?
Okay, so there was a leaked phone call, and he was telling his fiance that he was gonna beat her up and everything.
That he should.
Yeah.
If I was Andy Reid, I would suspend him half the season, at least.
And he was talking stuff about his kid, how he was gonna beat his kid. I don't know.
Man, that's
not good.
That's not good at all. I mean, it's a real tough decision, man.
Yeah.
I would Kareem Hunt. I mean, Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
Actually, both of those guys.
Yeah, both of them
have done some things in the past that I think are unforgivable.
Yes.
Just gonna say that. Obviously they're both on the Chiefs. Obviously Kareem Hunt's on the Browns now.
Yes.
But the Browns have had some history with players that are, I don't know, bad people.
Yes.
That's the least way I could put it, is bad people.
Yes, the Browns.
And Nick, Will, are you seeing the streets in Nashville right now?
Yes, it's
Mike, that's crazy, man. That's absolutely crazy. There is no room for a square inch. My goodness. All right, we're starting. So, Cardinals are obviously up next.
Yes.
Let's discuss this pick. Break it down for me. What is their number 1 priority on the defensive side?
I think it's edge rusher, probably.
Edge rusher. So Nick Bosa, basically.
Yes, or even Quentin Williams.
If he maybe even, edge rusher could be Josh Allen.
Yes, Josh Allen. Yep.
I want to give a shout out to Graham Mercurio. in the chat. What's up, Graham? How you doing? All right, so let's continue the discussion. What do they need most on the offensive end? Because in my opinion, it's quarterback.
Yeah, it is.
It's got to be. But if they could pick anyone else, I think it might have to be running back. David Johnson has been a little bumped up is the least way to put it.
Maybe wide receiver too.
Yeah, I mean, Larry Fitzgerald's really their only pass catcher. But if you see, I don't really see DK Metcalf going number 1. I'm just saying. No. I don't see DK Metcalf going number 1. So he would go in the second round of the Cardinals, do you think?
Yes.
All right. We're getting started, man. We are getting started on the NFL draft. So Dwayne Haskins is in Gaithersburg, Maryland right now with his family, watching the draft, seeing where he's going to be picked.
Is he from Maryland?
No, I think so. Yeah, I think that's where his family's from.
Okay.
So where do you think he will be picked?
I honestly don't think he'll go to the Giants at number 6.
That's what a lot of people think, though.
I know, but
that is what a lot of people think.
I feel like the Giants won't pick him for some reason. I mean,
Eli's getting old. Eli's getting old.
Yes.
But
I think he'll go to the Washington Redskins at 15 if
wow,
the Giants don't pick him.
If the Giants don't pick him.
Yes.
I think the Giants are honestly desperate at this point.
Yes,
I think I had in my mock draft with you, I had them picking TJ Hawkinson out of Iowa because their receiving core after OBJ left is banged up after banged up after banged up. They're all fragile. Yes. Evan Ingram started 12 games this season. He's not even a rookie. Come on. So do you agree that TJ Hawkinson could go to the Giants? I mean, I think he could, but they would have to be really desperate and not have and trust Eli Manning to pick a quarterback. All right, guys, so Will is gone for a little bit. So I'm just going to entertain you. So everybody out there, give me your pick for number 1. Just spit it out. Because we've been discussing the Cardinals' needs for a long time. We don't really know what they need. But I honestly think it's a... Yeah, so, I just had someone say in my chat, it's Kyler Murray. So, I'll think... Will, are you back online? All right, I don't think he is, but, so, Kyler Murray.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Sorry.
So, you're back?
Yes, I am.
All right, so I got some people in chat giving their pick for number 1. We got a lot of Kyler Murrays so far.
Yes.
So, do you think? I don't know. Do you think they could not pick Kyler Murray? I mean, his odds have been dropping. They really do need help on defense.
They do.
I don't know.
Really bad.
They do need help on defense. They're last in passing yards and last in yards allowed. So,
oh wow, that's terrible.
Both of those are huge needs for them.
Yeah,
I'm just saying that. All right, so NFL draft about to start, and let's just head down to number 2. 49ers.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff around them. And there's been a question coming in whether the receiver position is solid.
For the Niners?
Yes, for the Niners.
I mean,
Pierre Garcon,
yes.
Mack, what's his name? Austin Mack, maybe? And the tight ends are good. The tight ends are good as well.
Yes.
But all of those guys have been inconsistent. They have not really, let's just say they haven't had good games in a row.
Yeah.
They haven't. They haven't this season. So if the 49ers had to go with a receiver at number 2, which I think that is not their number 1 priority.
That won't happen. It's definitely defense.
But so you think it's defense?
Yes.
I might have to go with a line. I would still stay with my mock draft pick and go with a linebacker for them. I think DeForest Buckner kind of anchors the defensive line.
Yes.
So I think they need a leader, and Devin White is that leader. So I'm still gonna stick with Devin White at number 2.
Nick Bosa.
Nick Bosa. So are you saying that DeForest Buckner isn't consistent? Are you just gonna say he's too young? Like he's
Yes, he is very young.
you know
He's only been in the league for like 2 or 3 years.
true.
But he is pretty good.
He is, and he's definitely improved.
Yes.
I'm gonna have to say he's definitely improved. Like a lot. Man, he's improved a lot. But I mean, he was somewhere around 8, 9, maybe probably 8.5 sacks this season.
Yep.
That's a decent number. That is a decent number. I mean, obviously you're seeing linemen out there with like 22.
Yeah.
But for a third-year guy, I think that's a decent number. I'm just saying. All right. I mean, I just still can't believe what the streets in Nashville look like.
Yes.
My God. You can't step a foot without running into someone.
I know.
That's ridiculous. Yeah, so the streets in Nashville, guys, are, absolutely jam-packed.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure they're excited.
Yep, look at that. You see that right now?
That's absolutely ridiculous.
Oh, no, here we go.
Here we go.
Is this the first pick?
I don't think so, not yet. I mean, there's people discussing. And here's a tape of Booger McFarland. I don't know who he was talking about. I think it's Mel Kiper, actually.
24, 27 out with Mike Mayock as GM to battle it out with John. To take a running back is what he's going to do now. Hey, well, for you. Listen, despite Mayock used to be here.
Do you agree with that? They said that the Raiders would take a running back at 24 or 27.
Yes, I do. I think they could.
You think Josh Jacobs?
Yep, that's...
I mean, that's mine, but again,
So,
shaky. Shaky on the receiving end. I mean, obviously they acquired Antonio Brown. That's going to get you a lot of offense.
yes, it is.
And so I believe this is it, Nick. Here we go. Roger Goodell, guys, is about to announce the number 1 pick in the 2019 NFL Draft. So, Will, I don't know.
Wait, is this it?
I think he's just gonna talk for a little bit. I mean, it's Roger Goodell, man.
Yeah.
So you're sticking with Kyler Murray right here.
Yep.
All right. Let's see what happens.
I am.
And obviously, we're gonna discuss each pick between.
Yes, once it's over.
Yeah, once it's over, we'll discuss each. I mean, there's like 5 minutes on the clock. There's like 5 minutes, so we'll discuss each pick pretty thoroughly, I would say. All right. See here. And here's Marcus Mariota. Marcus Mariota is addressing the first pick. Titans fans are going wild. So.
Wait, answer my question. Do you trust Marcus Mariota?
Again, I mean, we did talk about this in the mock draft video.
Yes.
It's tough.
Yeah, it is.
Because of the injury last season, I don't know how stable he's going to be.
He always gets injured.
He does. I don't know how stable he's going to be.
Yeah.
I really don't.
Yeah, I don't know.
So, I don't know. I really don't, honestly. I can't say I do, because then when I say I do, he's going to get injured in like the first 5 games. One of the first 5 games. So, obviously, this is the 100th anniversary.
Yeah.
Of I think it's actually the NFL, right? It's the 100th. Yeah.
It is. Oh.
1919. That's 1919. That's
wow.
The New York Giants are the oldest franchise, if you didn't know that. And the Browns aren't. I mean, the Browns aren't far behind, but.
No, they aren't.
And the Chicago Cardinals, who became the Bears in, I think, 4 years. All right. And Nick, they're. I mean, sorry, Will. There's 3 finalists up there right now. Do you see that?
Yep.
The 3 finalists. But the 3 finalists. So if you could give me 3 finalists for number 1.
Wait.
For number 1 pick.
Kyler Murray.
All right.
Quinnen Williams.
Nick Bosa.
And yep.
I'm going to go Kyler Murray,
Alright, I think he's it.
Nick Bosa, and Josh Allen. I don't trust Quinn Williams to go.
Oh, the Cardinals are on the clock. Right.
All right, here we go. I've said this 3 times. They take really long.
Yes.
Draft. Here we go, baby. Let's go.
Like 15 minutes in,
Not even one pick. Not even one pick. It's literally 8:13, and we still don't have a pick yet. All right, here's Roger Goodell.
They have 10 minutes to pick.
What?
Right. Yeah.
Oh my God. You say the draft starts at 8, but it doesn't really start till like 8:25.
Yeah.
All right, so let's discuss your 3 finalists. I agree with you 100%.
Yep.
But do you agree with me that is kind of the default lineup for most people?
It is. It's what everyone knows.
So the reason I'm going with Josh Allen, I really do love Quinn Williams. I love what he's done off the field.
Yep.
But do you agree with me that he's been, I think at the start of the season, no one knew who he was?
Josh Allen?
I mean, no, not Josh Allen. That's probably true for him too, but not Josh Allen. What's it called? Quinn Williams.
Yes, he was.
And I think by game 6, still no one knew who he was.
Yes.
So I'm going to have to go with Josh Allen over Quinn Williams. All right, let's discuss the Cardinals coaching change.
Yes.
With Cliff Kingsbury.
Kingsbury from Texas Tech.
Obviously, he's had notable quarterbacks,
Yes,
but he likes the air raid offense.
he does.
And I think Kyler Murray is the person that's going to provide that.
Yeah, and he's pretty much said that he wants.
He's worked with Patrick Mahomes, Baker Mayfield, Trevor Knight.
Yes.
So I honestly think he's solid at that position. But do you think Kingsbury is a better fit for the Cardinals than Bruce Arians? Because Josh Rosen was an air raid quarterback at UCLA.
I think he is, yes. I think he is.
Why?
I mean, Bruce Arians is a defensive-minded coach.
Yeah.
At least I think he is. And, I rather prefer, offensive-minded coaches, so.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, I think Baker Mayfield's experienced this before with offensive-minded coaches. He faced Cliff Kingsbury's good relationship with Tom Herman of Texas. And this is literally what Texas did to Oklahoma last year. They were like, oh, well, we're not going to contain Kyler Murray. We're just going to outscore him.
Yeah.
Do you think teams could do that? It's hard. It's really hard to outscore Kyler Murray.
It is. I mean, they could, I think.
I mean, he did have a phenomenal season.
Yes, they do.
But I'm saying, right here, do you feel like backups like Dwayne Haskins and Kyler Murray are becoming more, I don't want to say more popular, but when they step in, they have done a phenomenal job?
Yeah, they have, I think.
So can we really call them backups?
Yeah. Are they really
And that is, Nick, I mean, my God. Will, that is the burning question for today. Why are backups so good now?
I really don't know. I mean,
It's a tough question. Tougher than the MLB question.
I don't know.
I would have to say because they are expected to fill such a big position.
They're just so ready, maybe?
Yes, but that's what I'm saying is they're expected to fill such a big position because their quarterback that they are backing up is so good.
Yeah.
So I think that's part of it, that the quarterback, I'm not going to say trains them, but I'm going to say, the quarterback, he teaches them. He tells them what they have to know, and they copy that. And they copy that. So, because honestly, I think Kyler Murray had a relationship to Baker Mayfield. The style of offense they played.
Because Kyler Murray was the backup of Baker.
Was similar, yes. And it's the same thing with Dwayne Haskins and JT Barrett, in my opinion.
Yes.
And but if you're saying, I mean, all the Alabama quarterbacks basically.
Yeah.
I'm going like, okay, Jake Coker, Jalen Hurts, and Tua have all been great. So like here's the I mean the cycle for Alabama is ridiculous for quarterbacks. AJ McCarron first, then Jake Coker. AJ McCarron wins 2 national championships. Coker wins one as a backup. Then hands it over to Jalen Hurts,
Yes, it does.
who loses one.
Yes.
And then almost lost another one before another backup stepped in. Tua took over, won the game.
Yes.
And then I think both of those guys this season, because I'm counting the SEC championship this year, led them to the college football playoff final.
Yes, they did.
But I mean, obviously they got destroyed.
Yep, they did.
But I mean, okay, this is hard. I mean,
Yes.
and then they're talking about quarterbacks selected first overall.
Yes, they are. I just saw that.
So, do you
Go
think
up there.
it's 6 feet? It's about 6 feet. So the last, like I think it was since 2007, all the quarterbacks drafted first overall have been have been over 6 feet tall. They've been big. They've been
over
decent.
6 feet. Kyler Murray isn't.
5'10". He's 5'10".
Yeah.
But if you're looking at his comparison with like quarterbacks like Russell Wilson,
Yep.
you're seeing the same. I mean, Wilson was drafted in the MLB draft,
He was.
but he decided,
Wilson,
no, I don't want to.
yeah.
No, I'm gonna go and.
Wilson, they're similar height.
Yeah, they are very similar. The height,
Speed.
the speed, the ability to escape.
The pocket, yep.
Yeah, and the ability to to be calm. I've never seen Kyler Murray like rage. Say that he's just rage. I've never seen Kyler Murray rage.
Yeah, I've never.
But it's hard to say that when you're looking at. I mean, Murray has lost he's lost close games.
Yeah.
Hasn't lost a ton of them, but he's lost close games. And every time, he has been as calm as heck.
Calm collected, yep.
As I've ever seen him. If I've ever seen a quarterback lose a game on a game-winning field goal with 8 seconds left, like he did at Texas, I've seen him kick footballs and not high five fans on the way to the locker room. Like they're triggered.
Yeah.
Kyler Murray walking through, still high fived all those Crimson and Cream fans.
Yeah.
Was happy. He's like, we'll get a shot at him in the Big 12 championship. Turns out he was right.
Yeah.
And they did. So he's exactly like Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
If you've seen Russell Wilson put clutch drives,
Yeah, he did.
I have seen him do that a lot. And have you ever seen Kyler Murray's throwing form?
Yeah, I guess so.
He maximizes his height. Like he goes on his tippy toes when he throws.
He does, so he can get that.
And you can see the baseball. Like if you're comparing him with Patrick Mahomes,
Yeah.
you see the baseball throws. You know what I mean? Little just zing it out. So I think Murray, if he can be as good as Russell Wilson, do you think he has that potential?
Yes, I think he can.
But do you think he will?
I honestly, I don't know yet. Maybe. We can't tell, obviously.
All right. So do you trust Kyler Murray as a starting QB?
It's hard. I mean,
Because he's very consistent in college, but college is not the same thing as the NFL.
NFL is
So much harder.
Yes.
The defense in the NFL is 10 times harder than the one you're ever going to face in college, than anyone you're ever going to. I don't care if it's Alabama or Clemson.
Oh, yep. Take us in.
All right.
Here we go.
So we got Adam Schefter talking about this pick. So the likelihood of Kyler Murray going first overall it's pretty high.
It is.
So I don't know. Cardinals fans on their feet. I mean, they're ready. But do you think Cardinals fans could be disappointed if Murray does not go?
Yeah, I think they might be a little. Could be.
Because they know out of anyone, they need offense.
But I'm not kidding. They might pick like defense.
They could, but I think their best need is.
Yeah, I think they will. Kyler Murray.
All right. Well, a pick is in.
Yes, it is.
Here we go. And we're still waiting. I really hope it's not this long between every other.
23 minutes.
My God. It's hard.
Here he is. Coming out to the stage.
All right. Well, they're ready. The number one pick in the 2019 NFL Draft.
All right.
Here we go. Pick is in. Pick 2 is in 9 minutes.
All right, here we go. Ready? I got it right now. So the Cardinals select. I got him, Kyler Murray.
Yeah, I got him.
Yep.
So,
wow, dude.
let's discuss this, man. I mean, we all thought it was happening, obviously.
We knew it.
We did know it.
Yep.
But you think? I mean, it literally just popped up on my phone. Breaking news.
Yeah, same here.
So it's not really breaking news. I mean, we all knew that. So it's breaking news that everyone knew a week before.
Yes.
So I mean, let's just discuss this pick. Will he provide a burst of offense? Yes. Will he be consistent? I don't know.
We don't know that. Yeah. Yep. Spotted breaking news.
I mean, we know he's been consistent in college.
Yep. Yes.
We know he's been consistent, like pretty much in high school. He had a 43-0 record, I think, in high school.
He did.
Yeah.
You're right. He did.
So
it's a good pick.
it's a decent pick.
He's 5'10", 270 pounds.
He's not big. That's all I'm gonna say. He's the only player to ever be drafted in the first round of the NFL and MLB drafts.
Yes, that's pretty impressive.
That is really impressive. And his father was an MLB draft pick, and he was also I think it was something at Clemson. I mean, not Clemson, Texas A&M.
Yeah.
He's getting that hat on. I mean,
yeah.
Although the suit though.
Yeah, the suit.
Oh God.
Cardinals colors.
Freaking pink.
Yeah.
So I agree with this pick. I don't know if he can be consistent or not. It's a tough case.
Yep.
He's again. I mean, they're talking right now about him being consistent.
Yeah. Yes.
I mean, he wasn't at Texas A&M. 5 touchdowns, 7 interceptions.
He's that good at
But I think the situation at Texas A&M when he started was kind of like the situation at was kind of like the situation in Arizona right now.
Yeah.
But if he does what he did at Texas A&M, they're not going to have a good season.
They are.
So if he did what he did at Oklahoma, they're going to have a good season.
Yes.
They will make the playoffs. They'll go to the NFC Championship for all I care.
Yeah.
So, again, I mean, the consistency thing's been an issue. We know he's not fragile. I've seen him get popped thousands of times and he just gets right back up.
Very tough.
So, and we know he has bursts of speed.
He does.
Do you think? I mean, we know he's more athletic than Josh Rosen.
No, obviously. Rosen probably has a better arm, maybe.
But I gotta say, man, Rosen can't run 55 yards, first of all. Murray ran 55 yards and outflanked the whole defense of Texas and West Virginia. So, I mean, that's a big difference. So I think they really get more athleticism with Kyler Murray. I think they get more arm strength, the ability to throw the ball real far.
Way more versatile.
He is way more versatile, and I actually think he might be tougher than Josh Rosen.
Yeah, he probably is.
But I still think the consistent thing is a problem.
Do you think Josh Rosen will get traded then?
I mean, it's too late to trade for draft picks now, so
Yeah.
I think they'll put him as a backup.
Yeah.
A consistent backup. Maybe.
All right, 49ers, kick us in.
All right, so what do you think about this? Let's discuss 49ers. You already said their biggest need was defense.
Yes, I think.
Hey, we got Brady Steiner in the chat, so he's watching the show. Thank you, Brady. Hey Brady, who was your number one pick? All right, he'll respond. So what do you personally like about the 49ers defense? We've talked about DeForest Buckner. Personally, I think their secondary is fine.
Yeah.
So you just think they need upgrades on their D-line?
Yeah, I do.
All right.
It's already pretty good.
It is. I like their D-line. Honestly, DeForest Buckner had a solid season last year and the year before that.
Yes.
And I think, with...
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we're not going to chat here. They're number one picks before. Graham Curio said Joey Bosa for number one. And then Jay Stewart said or Josh Allen. So let's analyze those for a second.
I think it's going to be Nick Bosa.
So, no, I'm talking about number one picks.
Oh.
Joey Bosa or Josh Allen. I mean, Nick Bosa or Josh Allen, sorry.
Who would I pick?
Yeah.
Oh.
I would say Josh Allen. I mean,
Yes.
he is speedy, quick.
Here we go.
He can get off the side. All right.
Ready?
Yeah.
2019. Here we go.
Nick Bosa.
Yup.
Oh. Nick Bosa.
I got that.
What do you think? I mean, you said Bosa,
Yes.
but I mean, I'd have to say that I think Quinnen Williams. I mean,
Yeah,
hey, people watching, compare Nick Bosa and Quinnen Williams. So I think Quinnen Williams is bigger, obviously.
Yeah.
He's stronger, but Nick Bosa is quick. I mean, he can get around your offensive line fast. I've seen him get double teamed, quick spin move, sacks quarterback, just like that.
Yeah.
But let's talk about him leaving
Bosa?
for an Ohio State with like
Oh, yeah.
5 games in the season.
3. It was 3.
3 games in the season. Oh man, I mean that's even worse.
Yeah, he got hurt.
I mean, he did get hurt, but he could have come back.
He could have.
And he just decided, oh, well, there's no point in me doing anything anymore, so I'm just going to just sit down, relax, practice for the draft. I'll be fine.
Yes.
Do you think he could have gone number one if he wouldn't have done that? Do you think that would affect his – do you think that affected his pick?
I do. I think it would have.
So Nicholas Branham is on the show right now. I mean, he's in the chat right now. And he just said – I mean, not in the chat, but he just texted me. He just said that he thinks Nick Bosa should have gone outside the top 5.
What?
And he said because of the selfish thing. I mean, it's so ironic because he's wearing an Ohio State suit.
Yes.
He played them for literally played there for 3 games.
Yeah.
I'd be pretty disappointed. Especially if I was Urban Meyer. I would. We didn't know 3 games in this was his last season. But his last season for his best defensive lineman to just be like, all right, I'm out.
Yep.
All right.
Who do you think the Jets get here?
This is a tough question. I really think they're solid at defensive line.
It's between
solid in the secondary. I think it's between linebacker and quarterback right here.
Well, I like Sam Darnold personally.
I don't think he's solid enough. I think my possible candidates for this pick are either Dwayne Haskins,
Mine's Josh Allen.
and Devin White.
Ooh, yeah, that would be a great fit.
If you could pick him at 3, please do,
Yes.
because he's great.
I should have wanted to go out with the Steelers to pick him, but
I mean, I'm being honest, he'll be gone by then.
he'll be gone in the top 10.
Yeah, he definitely will. So, but if he could go with, do you think that would be a win for the 49ers if they pick him at 3 when he's supposed to go down?
Who? Quentin Williams?
No, Devin White.
Yes, he could.
So, what are the Jets' biggest needs on offense? You said you think they're solid at quarterback.
Yes, I don't know any wide receivers
Again, I mean, they used to have like Percy Harvin, Austin Safari Jenkins. They've traded those guys. Harvin retired at the beginning of the last season. They traded Safari Jenkins in the free agency this season.
Yep.
They don't really have anybody left. Now, I'm not saying DK Metcalf's going to go number 3.
No.
Marquise Brown's not going to go number 3.
Nope.
I see all of those guys. I think the Jets could snag them in the second round.
That'd be a great steal.
I think it would.
Yeah.
Maybe. So this is a really tough pick for me for the Jets. Obviously, there's like 2. I think. What does that say? Oh, my quality's so bad. Is it raining?
Is it raining?
Looks like it's snowing.
Yeah, it probably is.
It's Nashville, so I think. So with Nick, I mean, oh my God, Will, how much time is left on the Jets pick for you?
3. Wait, for the what?
For the Jets pick for you. How much time is left?
3:30. 3.
Or 3:33.
I'll wait for you.
3:40. So I'm a bit behind, but if the Jets, do you think an offensive lineman could go this high?
For the Jets?
Yeah, I think they need one. I mean,
But honestly, they won't pick one.
They won't, but I think he could go this high. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
So I might have to go if he would, Jawan Taylor.
Yes, that's if they had to pick an offensive line.
If they had to. I mean, I really like Andre Dillard, but he's projected to go at 19. So I don't really. Maybe. I don't know. But if the Jets are, you say they're solid at quarterback,
I think
solid at defensive line,
solid on running back.
solid on running back,
No.
solid, I think, on the secondary. Jamal Adams, Antonio Rogers, Kamari, all those guys. Solid on secondary.
Honestly, Devin White would be a great pick.
Devin White would be a good pick here. I think he is a natural-born leader.
Yes, he's very just athletic.
He's a natural-born leader, man. He's awesome. He's awesome. He's so fast. He's the strength of a defensive lineman, the speed of a receiver, and the smarts of a quarterback. He's the quarterback of the Jets defense.
He is.
So Graham McCreary just said, where are the Bengals picking? They're 11th. So let's discuss that pick. Obviously, we live in Cincinnati, so Graham, this was for you. Will, where do you think the Bengals will? Who do you think the Bengals will pick?
I don't know who's going to be on the board.
I don't trust Andy Dalton.
No.
Personally,
Well,
I think they have a solid running back in Joe Mixon, great receiving core, but Vontaze Burfict did leave, so there's a full running back spot.
Their offensive line is terrible.
Yeah.
So like
Jawan Taylor going at 11th though, that's not going to happen.
Yeah, well,
Jawan Taylor going 11th is not going to happen.
oh, Jets pick is in.
All right, let's get it.
Yep.
So again, you think Jets Josh Allen? Is that your pick, or do you think it'd be Devin White maybe?
It's between Josh Allen, Devin White, and I think Quentin Williams.
Oh. So you think they need someone besides Leonard Williams to anchor that defensive line?
Yeah, I mean, Quinn Williams is just so good.
Yeah, he really is. And he's fast for a guy his size.
He is.
Like 310 maybe, 305. So he's big, but he can really just pound you until you're tired and you can't go no more. And he can. So that's a really tough pick.
Yes.
So Jets picking yet for you?
Not yet for me.
All right. Not yet for me either. Mine still says the pick is in, but that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
People out there, who do you think goes number 3? Just spam me with it. So let's just continue talking about the Bengals. If they absolutely have to take a quarterback, they should.
Yeah.
Because I don't trust Andy Dalton. Jeff Driscoll is not good. Or at least got someone legit, Josh Allen. Do you agree with Graham Mercurio's pick at number 3, Josh Allen?
Yeah.
You do?
I do.
I do.
All right, here we go. Let's go.
All right, here we go. Turn it up. All right, okay. Oh, no. I mean,
He's coming right now. Here we go. Can you hear my TV?
no. I don't really know.
Quinn Williams.
Quinnen Williams.
Wow.
We thought a linebacker, though.
All right.
All right, let's discuss this pick. That is a tough case for me. I really do trust the Jets' defensive line, so I don't get why you wouldn't steal Josh Allen and Devin White off the board.
But Quinn Williams
If you could-
is super good.
I know he's good, but their defensive line is solid, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So in my opinion, this is a waste of a pick for me. I mean, I know he's great. He will provide good athleticism. But if you just pick Josh Allen, you have no one at the linebacker position. No one.
Yeah.
So that lane's still going to be full. You have no one. Your cornerbacks are good, but they can't cover tight ends.
Yeah.
So when you play, the Giants have good tight ends.
Yeah, they do.
The Bengals have good tight ends. Broncos have good tight ends. Lions have good tight ends. When you play pretty much every team in the NFL, you're going to get destroyed because the tight ends are going to go to the middle. Your linebackers aren't going to know what to do. And then you're going to get destroyed every game.
You are.
So in my opinion, this is a waste of a pick. What do you guys think? You guys are watching right now. Who do you think? You think this is a waste of a pick? I mean, I know he's great. Okay, Raiders are on the clock here.
Who do you got for the Raiders? Let's discuss this.
They have three picks in the first round.
I don't know who they're going to go with here.
I really don't trust Derek Carr, but I think their top priority is not quarterback right now.
I think it's
I like the
defense.
running back position. I know Marshawn Lynch is going to retire, and then I like the receiver position. They got Antonio Brown. They got Jared Cook. I liked all those guys. And who else?
They got a good defense.
They got a good defense. But again, with the trade away of Khalil Mack, that really does affect the linebacker position for me.
Yeah,
I think Josh Allen could go for Oakland right here.
Even maybe Devin White.
Again, like he's projected to go 8, 9, maybe even 7 if they're daring to pick him that high. But 4, I think that might be a stretch. I know I said that the Jets would pick him, but then as soon as they picked Quinn Williams, I mean, I was disgusted at first. But as I'm soaking this in, I don't just keep remembering, like, he is a really good player. He knows how to attack. And I think consistency, but I do think consistency could be an issue for him.
Yeah, good.
I think he's a really good player.
He is.
He's real good at getting to the quarterback. I mean, he does it fast and physical. He may be the best defensive lineman in the draft. Who I relate him to right now, I think he's a Ndamukong Suh.
Yes.
He's big, he's physical,
Strong.
but he's fast too. He's not like slow like most of those offensive linemen that size are. So I really do think that he will Yeah, I really think that I mean, we're only 43 minutes in the draft and we got 3 picks.
Yeah, it's 40. Yeah.
I think we're doing what are we doing? Will top 7, covering top 7, top 8, yeah. So what do you think about this?
Top 8.
Because at the combine he was incredibly productive.
Yeah, he was.
He wants to be dominant. He really said he doesn't want to be a sack guy. I mean, he did rack up a lot at Alabama, but he wants to be a guy that's good at all aspects of the defensive line.
Yeah.
What do you think all aspects of the defensive line are?
All aspects.
You got to be able to. I think good
Pass
reflexes. Good reflexes
Yes.
to back that ball up.
Yes. You don't need to be very strong.
Yeah.
Athletic.
Yep. And I honestly think you got to be fast. If you're slow, you're not gonna be able. Sure, you're strong and physical, but by the time you push the guy over, the quarterback's gonna have the ball out of his hands. If he's an NFL quarterback, he will have the ball out of his hands.
He'll already passed it, but.
And here's a clip from Quint Williams' interview.
Going number 3 overall to the Jets.
Man, it's just amazing, man. I'm just ready to work now, man. I train with Leonard Williams, man. I know Leonard Williams a lot, man. So to get in there, man, with him and somebody I already have a connection with and learn from him and things like that, man, we're going to get work done.
So he already knows Leonard Williams.
Yes.
Do you think that could affect the Jets' defensive line? Think that might make them better?
Yes, I do.
All right, so I am starting to rethink this pick a lot. I'm starting to think this pick a lot. But again, with the whole linebacker thing, it's blank for the Jets. It's absolutely blank. There's no one there.
Hey, Drew's up in here.
I know. I see him. What's up, Drew? I do think Williams. I mean, all right. So pick's almost in for the Raiders here. About 2 minutes to go. What do you think about the Raiders? Let's discuss the Raiders.
Josh Allen, or defense, I should say.
You say defense, but if they had an aspect on offense, what would it be? They trade a lot. They traded Khalil Mack, traded Amari Cooper. We've mentioned that.
I mean, is their O-line? Who's on their O-line?
They did allow a lot of sacks to Derek Carr. But I think they're solid at the receiver position, having acquired Antonio Brown. I mean, obviously, he can't carry their whole team, but he's good enough that they don't – and Jared Cook is good, that they don't need another – I want to say they don't need another pass catcher. And even so, you would take him at 24 or 27. So, I think the Raiders need defense, personally. I think it will be a linebacker. I think it could be Devin White if you're going to pick him this high. But I also think it could be Josh Allen. So, it's interesting. Someone just said in the chat that Quinn Williams originally committed to Auburn. Wow. I think that's pretty cool. Him being an Alabama guy and him sacking Jared Stidham multiple times. Sorry for your Auburn fans, but sacking Jared Stidham. So let's head to Oakland. Do you think they need anyone on the defensive line?
No.
I mean, if you're daring to pick Montez Sweat this high,
They won't. I doubt it.
all right. So
We'll pick us in. Let's go.
all right. So here we go. 4th pick, 2019 NFL Draft. So there's Josh Allen. They're showing him now.
Yes, they are.
You think? I honestly think Devin White could go here,
I do.
but you would have to be.
But I think it's Josh Allen.
If you're relying on the better player, it's Josh Allen, definitely,
Yeah, it is.
no doubt. But if you're relying on the better leader, it's Devin White, no doubt. Do you agree with that?
Yes, I do.
All right, so let's go. Pick is in.
Oh, here we go. He's
All right.
coming up.
So, all right, here we go. 4th pick.
Wait. Nope, he's not coming yet.
Oh God! I mean, the time between these picks is just
annoying. It's annoying.
Hey, guys, it took us 23 minutes to wait for number 1, and we aired at 8 and not 7:58.
Okay, here he comes.
All right, so Raiders pick. Let's see what happens.
There we go. Josh Allen.
What? What? Wait. What? What was that? Wait.
No.
What did they say? What did they say? What was? Wait. No, tell me. I didn't even hear. What did they say?
Cleveland Furrow, Clemson DN.
At 4?
Wait.
We got to discuss this.
Hold up.
We
Yep.
yeah, Clinton Farrell out of Clemson.
Oh my gosh.
They said we just said the defensive line is okay.
What are they?
This is the same thing with Quinnen Williams. They can't.
I don't agree with this pick.
I really don't. Get that clip in here again.
The 2019 NFL Draft, the Oakland Raiders select Cleveland Farrell, defensive end.
And I don't think the fans really liked it
No.
either. They thought it was Josh Allen.
I thought it was too.
And even if they didn't pick Josh Allen, I wouldn't go, oh my gosh, guys, it's Devin White. I wouldn't do that because he's a great player and I really think they would select him. But let's discuss this pick. Do you think they are picking a defensive end because they traded away Khalil Mack?
Maybe. I'm probably.
So is it just because they want someone to fill his shoes? Because his real position is linebacker. So pick Josh Allen.
I don't agree.
I mean, wow. We need to discuss this pick more thoroughly. Because I think two Clemson defensive linemen I thought two Clemson defensive linemen were going to go before him. I didn't even think he'd go in the first round, and here he is top 5.
I had him going pick. I had him in the first round still, but I had him like pick 20.
I had him pick 34, 35. So, I mean, if I were you and you wanted someone like Clinton Farrell, just pick Christian Wilkins, pick Dexter Lawrence. They were all supposed to go before him, and don't mess us up by saying, "Oh, we picked Clinton Farrell." Yeah, it's gonna be a great pick. He's not even. I'm gonna say he's third best on the Clemson defensive line.
Maybe I think the best is probably
I think it's Lawrence.
Yes, that's what. Yep.
And then Wilkins, and then maybe even Austin Bryant, and then him.
Yeah.
So why do you pick the 4th best Clemson defensive lineman when there's only 4 positions? And then, why do you pick the 4th best Clemson D lineman when the other 3 are still available?
Yes, yep.
I have no idea what the Raiders just did, but all I know is it was not smart at all.
Wow, that's oh my gosh.
I don't agree with this at all. All right, let's just skip over this. I don't want to talk about it anymore. Let's go Tampa Bay in about 4 minutes.
Devin White, please.
Please. Your linebackers suck.
I mean, it could.
And I love the defensive line for Tampa Bay, I'm not going to lie.
Yes.
So if you pick freaking Dexter Lawrence right here,
they already have.
You're dead to me.
They already have Gerald McCoy.
I love Gerald McCoy is one of my favorite defensive linemen in the whole NFL. He's so underrated, but he's one of the best.
Yes.
And so I think with him and the other defensive linemen there, I think it's enough to stop them from being a defensive lineman. If they do, I'm just going to rage. Just that. Your linebackers stink.
I know.
I wouldn't be surprised if they do pick Greedy Williams or someone from the secondary, though.
Who?
Bucks. They need that help.
They do.
And I wouldn't be surprised if they pick Dwayne Haskins. Because Jameis Winston is suspended so much. I'm betting you $10 he's going to be suspended at some point.
He does.
This season. So with that and the thought that they trade away Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Yep. Gosh.
I think you need a quarterback. I think you're going to have to go with a quarterback here.
Wait for the Bucks?
Yeah. I'm going to have. I'm either going to go with Josh Allen, Devin White, or Dwayne Haskins.
Yeah, but I don't think they'll take a quarterback.
But, I mean, you're not going to have anybody to step in if Jameis Winston gets suspended. And he will be. Trust me, he will be suspended.
Yes, he probably will.
So,
Let me see who they have.
it's tough for me, honestly. Because this is a really, 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 really. I don't know, man. Will, what do you think for Tampa? Would you pick Dwayne Haskins for Tampa Bay?
No.
Who are you gonna go?
Dad. The Raider. I know. Sorry.
Yeah, you're good. So
Stop going.
it's. I think they're solid at the cornerback position, maybe.
Yes, I think. Actually, they could take Dwayne Haskins.
I mean, they have good running backs. They got Peyton Barber, Andre Ellington,
yes.
and they got good receivers like Chris Godwin, Rashad Perryman, Mike Evans, Cameron
Mike
Brate,
Evans is a beast.
OJ Howard, and tight ends too. Defensive line is you got Noah Spence, you got Jason Pierre-Paul.
Oh yes.
He is and then Vita V out of Washington,
Out of Washington.
and then Joe McCoy, who we've been discussing.
Yep. Oh, pick his end for the
Bucks. So let's look at their linebacking core. They got they got Kendall Beckwith, who I think is good at LSU.
Devon Alexander. What's his name?
Kawan Alexander.
I think he's pretty good.
He is pretty good. They got Kentrell, and I really like their cornerbacks, like Devontae Harris, Vernon Hargrave, MJ Stewart, Justin Evans. But again, like that linebacker core again is shaky. So I say they pick a linebacker, but I wouldn't be surprised if they go with the quarterback. So tell me when that pick is coming, because I want to see it, man. I mean, this is a really big pick for Tampa Bay. They have a lot of options they can go with here.
Yes, they got Josh Allen, Devin White, Dwayne Haskins, quarterback.
I think it's either quarterback or linebacker for me.
I do not know who they're going to go with.
I think it's quarterback or linebacker for me. I think their secondary solid.
All right, here we go, baby.
All right.
It's coming up.
All right, it's coming up. All right.
Someone's going to pick it for him.
Deshaun Davis. Yeah. Okay, we're talking about guests. But again, like, it's so hard to decide between the two. Because Jameis Winston's inconsistent, gets suspended, yet the linebacking core has literally no one.
Just stop. Here we go.
There you go.
Oh, wait.
Never mind, it's a speech. It's a speech.
Yep. Okay, finally.
Here we go.
Okay.
It's 50-50.
Yeah.
For me, it's between Josh. I don't think Devin White will be picked.
A draft. Devin White.
Devin.
Oh, darn it, dude, I'm mad.
Why?
I want the Steelers to get him.
Devin White?
Yeah, but
I mean, how is Josh Allen still in this after 5 picks?
bro, New York Giants, I think they're gonna get him.
I think no. I think Giants go with Dwayne Haskins.
Yeah.
I'm
gonna get a drink real quick.
All right. I'm gonna take her. Okay, so everyone watching right now, what do you think about this whole thing? What do you think about Clinton Farrell being selected 4th? Because that's really big. There's so many options that they could have selected, and they selected Farrell out of all of them. I mean, that could be the worst possible option you could select. And I think there was obviously Josh Allen. And how do you feel about him not being picked after 5? Like, We expected him 3-4, but not 6, 7, 8. And Josh Allen. I think he's the best linebacker to trap, and Devin White's going over him. So, I don't know Devin White going Josh Allen.
Come back.
All right. So I was just telling these guys, Josh Allen's supposed to go 3-4, and we're seeing him possibly going 6, 7, maybe even 8.
Well,
So what do you think about that?
that's surprising. I still can't get over that pick by the Raiders.
But yeah, I mean, let's just not discuss it. It's disgusting that they did that.
What are you thinking? Let me just say that.
A lot right now. Devin White going 5, which is actually where he projected to go. 5 in one. I think 2538 Sports picked him, and 24/7 Sports picked him to go 5. Yahoo Sports picked him going 8, and NBC Sports picked him going 9.
Really?
I think 9 is way too low for a linebacker of that quality.
Yeah.
All right, we're only doing 2 more picks. It's top 7, and then we'll end the stream. So next up on the clock.
New York.
What do you think? What do you think about Giants, man? I mean, they have a lot of needs.
Dwayne Haskins.
Eli's old. Yeah, that's the biggest issue for them is definitely quarterback. And I think because Eli Manning is fifth oldest, fourth oldest quarterback in the NFL.
Yep.
So I'd have to go with. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Dwayne Haskins. It's because of his ability. I mean, he's 6'6", 250. 6'6", 250 quarterback.
Yeah.
He's basically a copy of Cardell Jones.
Yes, he is.
Jameis Winston isn't half his size. Jameis Winston is small. I'm just gonna say that. And
Winston.
I think he's like 6.
I'll check. Jameis Winston. He is.
He's like 6'3", right?
He's 6'4".
6'4". All right, so he's not as small as I thought. But he's not.
Yep.
Is he? He's big. I mean, when you're having 250 quarterback, Jameis Winston 227.
Yep, he is 227.
You can't truck someone if you're if you can't truck a 230-pound linebacker if you're 227 pounds. They need a quarter like Dwayne Haskins. I think is a copy of Cam Newton. Cam Newton's 245 and 6.
Who?
Cam Newton's 245.
Yep. Oh, yep.
Cam Newton's 245 and he's like 6'5".
Wow.
When you have a quarterback like that, when you want to get somewhere and there's pressure all around you, you can't escape the pocket, you can't throw because everyone's covered. What do? You lower your shoulder and truck the running back truck the linebacker that's rushing you. That's what you do.
It is.
So I think that the Giants haven't had a running quarterback in years.
Oh, pick is in. Let's go.
All right. So do you agree with me? The Giants have not had a running quarterback in years.
Manning, he can't do scrambling.
Eli can't do it. Their last 4 quarterbacks haven't been able to run 100 yards in a season.
All right, here we go. Pick.
All right. I mean, Dwayne has run more than 100 yards in like 3 games. So I'm going to have to go with Haskins. What?
Jones. Oh.
Daniel Jones? Everyone in the draft is stupid. Everyone in the draft is stupid.
Okay, I don't. Oh my gosh.
What do you think about this one?
I don't agree.
I really don't. Again, with the size thing, Daniel Jones is small as heck. He's so small, man.
Oh my.
Actually, I mean, he's 6'5", so not that small, but he's 220 pounds.
Yes, he is.
And Daniel Jones.
Wow. All right, so Chase.
Yeah.
Would you rather have Daniel Jones or Dwayne Haskins?
Oh my God, that's not even a question.
Okay.
Dwayne Haskins.
Wait, no, let me put it this way: Drew Lock or Daniel Jones.
No, that's a tougher pick. I'm gonna have to go with Drew Lock. He's been at Missouri 4 years. He has been phenomenal all 4 years.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna read you his stats.
Yep.
Daniel Jones had a completion percentage of 60.5, passed for 2,674 yards, had 22 touchdowns and 9 interceptions. You don't even want me to read Dwayne Haskins because we know what his is.
50.
He 50. He had 50 TDs
Yes.
and 5,000 yards. That's double Daniel Jones.
That's amazing.
So, are you gonna pick a quarterback? Dwayne Haskins has some great games and he's had some good games.
Yes.
That's the way to put it. Daniel Jones has had some great games, some good games, some horrible games. So, why would you pick a guy that is less consistent than the guy that hasn't even been picked yet? Who
I
was
really
supposed to
don't
go
know.
top 5?
Maybe. I don't know.
This is really tough for me.
I mean, Mel Kiper, he said that he had him, like, really good. He said he was a really good quarterback.
Daniel Jones is good, but if I would have anyone, it'd be the Bengals at 11.
Yep.
Not the Giants. Yeah, so he had 4,831 yards, Dwayne Haskins did, 50 touchdowns and 8 interceptions.
Okay.
It's ridiculous. And his completion percentage was 70 compared to Daniel Jones, who was 60.
All right, so that's a pretty good, but, like,
But his are so much better.
yes, they are.
And he's been consistent. He's
What? Sorry.
so, and again, rushing-wise, he's been good.
Yes.
He's four rushing touchdowns. His longest is 17 yards. I gotta say, for a quarterback, 17 yards is like an eternity, like a football field for them. But, this is a really tough. All right, let's just skip this because I can't deal with the lack of good picks that are happening in this draft.
Also, we still have to remember Cleveland Farrell.
Yes. Yeah. Don't even. All right, so we're ready to actually, let's just do top 8.
Yeah, let's do top 8.
Let's do top 8. So our teams that we have are Jacksonville and Detroit. I think those are pretty interesting.
Jacksonville, it's pretty easy for me.
I think they're solid at quarterback.
Yeah.
Their defense is good.
O-line.
Definitely. Yeah. So I'm gonna go Juwan Taylor where he was projected
Juwan Taylor.
out of Florida. Because he's great. Juwan Taylor's great.
Yes.
He's the best O-lineman in the draft according to 4 websites.
I think he's the best too.
That's tough. It's a
But
toss-up
I like-
between Cody Ford and
like Andre Dillard.
Juwan Taylor. Yeah, maybe Andre Dillard too. Like there's so many good offensive
And then
linemen.
you got Jonah Williams. He's like,
Oh yeah, at Alabama. See, I'm gonna have either Jonah Williams or I'm gonna have either Jonah Williams or Juwan Taylor going to the Jags right here. Because pick is in.
yep. I think it's gonna be Juwan Taylor.
I just don't see Jonah Williams going this high.
I don't.
All right, here we go. So, let's see who's analyzing the draft right here. Listen to this.
The best guy in the camp. So the guy has some athletic ability. But Lewis, did they make a mistake by passing on Dwayne Haskins?
Well, I guess we'll see. Look, you know how I feel about Dwayne Haskins. Well, look, you know how I feel about Dwayne Haskins. That would have been my guy. Okay, that's the guy who I've been backing all along, and the guy who I will continue to back. But look, Daniel Jones has some very redeeming qualities. Okay,
What do you think about that?
Obviously, what's his name?
Dwayne Haskins. Lewis Riddick for me.
Do you like him?
Lewis Riddick? Yeah, I think he's probably the best analyst out there right now. I really respect Mel Kiper, but he's probably the best analyst for me
One
right
of my
now.
favorites.
But Lewis is right.
All right, here we go.
His opinion. All right, here we go. 7th pick. Is he coming up there?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's see this.
It's gonna be O-line.
Let's see. It has to be. They're all in stinks. And with 2 good quarterbacks like Blake Bortles and Nick Foles, you got to go online.
Josh Allen. Josh Allen.
What?
I mean, okay.
Okay.
I don't disagree with this.
I really don't, because they're not really solid at linebacker.
Wow.
But again, your offensive line stinks.
Oh my. Yeah, you just gotta remember that.
You can't protect the quarterback at all. At all, man.
And Nick Foles can't scramble to save his life.
No, neither can Blake Bortles.
Yeah.
So you want me to read the Jacksonville linebackers to you?
Yes. Besides,
So
I have one decent one.
So they got Nick Foles, they got Cody Kessler for their quarterbacks.
Yeah.
But when you go down to the O-line position,
I don't know.
Cam Robinson is the only good one.
Yeah, he is. What is he? Is he a tackle?
He's a tackle. He's an OT, yeah. But if you go down to the linebacker core, you got Telvin Smith. Respect Telvin Smith. Miles Jack. Miles Jack's my favorite linebacker in the NFL. Leon Jacobs. Donald Payne. When you have those guys at the linebacker position and you don't have anyone on offensive line, why would you pick a linebacker?
I don't get it. I mean, their defense is going to be amazing.
So after those first picks with Clelin Ferrell and Daniel Jones, I mean, sure, their defense is going to be good, but they're not going to score any points.
They are.
Unless you count a pick six as a scoop and score.
I guess they're just going with defense. Defense
I
wins
mean,
championships.
Defense does win championships. When you don't have an offense, you can't get.
You can't. Yeah.
When you don't have an offense, okay, so my friend Nick pointed this out. When you don't have an offensive line, you can't do anything.
You can't.
You can't run the ball. If they can't block, the defense is going to come right through. You can't throw because you're not going to have enough time if your O-line doesn't block for you. And you can't really scramble because as soon as you just make the decision, you'll be sacked. So you need an offensive line to run your offense.
Yeah, you do. I do.
All right, so we've been live for an hour.
Okay.
About. So this is our last pick, I believe. You want to do top not? Let's do top 10, man.
Let's just do it.
Let's do it. All right, top 10. The Detroit quarterback situation shaky.
I don't think they'll pick a quarterback here.
I mean, Matt Stafford's not that old, right?
Yeah, he's not.
I mean, he's decently old. I think he's in his 30s. I gotcha. I'm just checking.
Okay.
He's 31.
Yeah.
So he's not that old. So I think he can go for maybe even Tom Brady up to 40.
Yeah, and he's like I said, he's an average quarterback.
He's
I
an
think.
average quarterback. Here's his stats for last year. 66%, 3,777 yards, 21 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. His rating was 89.9.
Yeah.
That is you're right. That is an average quarterback.
How many touchdowns? He had 21.
21. And 11 interceptions. So,
Ooh.
what do you think the Lions do go with here?
I think it might be a tight end.
You think I'm thinking T.J. Hawkinson.
I am. Yep.
But again, none of our picks have been right except for Kyler Murray and Nick Bosa. Nick Bosa.
For me, I only have. Let's see.
No. You got Jets right though.
I got Jets right.
You got Quinn Williams, but I only got two right. So and we're both. Are you gonna go with Noah Fant maybe here? You think you could go over TJ? No. Good. TJ Hawkinson. TJ Hawkinson may be the best tight end in the draft. I mean, there's not a lot, but with his speed and his ability, I mean,
he's so big.
And he was, unlike other people, he was, unlike other receivers, he performed pretty much the same the whole season.
He did.
So, all right, listen to these stats. I don't know if I can find them.
We'll pick his in for the Lions.
All right. So you're gonna go T.J. Hawkinson here.
I am.
I agree.
And if it's not that,
offensive line, I think I might go Juwan Taylor here.
Yeah, I might. And
Their offensive line is not stable.
Defense is. Is there?
Okay, so he had 49 receptions for 760 yards.
Who?
Hawkinson.
Okay.
And 6 touchdowns. So he's averaging 15.5 yards per reception.
Okay.
That's a lot. If you're throwing it to him, it's pretty much a guaranteed first down.
Yes.
If he
Yeah,
can,
it is.
if he can just get out there, because I mean, 50.5 yards per reception is pretty good.
Yeah, it is.
All right, so top 10, we got more picks after this. The Lions, how close are they, Will, to their pick being in?
It's pretty much right now.
All right.
Yep, in like probably the next minute.
All right, so if you're going to talk about the Lions offense, do you think they need, I mean, defense, actually.
Oh, hold up. It's raining in Nashville. It sucks.
That does suck. For the people that are there,
Oh, yep.
it was like snowing at one point, though. Like there were like white stuff coming down from the sky.
Wow.
For the Lions defense.
Oh, here we go.
All right. Let's go. Here you go.
Yep, TJ Hawkinson. Got it.
Let's go.
Oh,
So actually a
Want that.
good
Yes,
pick, man.
let's get it.
It's actually a good pick. All right.
Yes.
I respect that a lot. And we knew it was coming pretty much. This was about as guaranteed as Kyler Murray.
I like that pick.
I mean, do you agree with me? This was about as guaranteed as Kyler Murray.
Yeah, it was.
They don't have any pass catchers.
They don't.
They need, and all of them are old too. I mean,
Yes.
so I need
They
someone.
have
Marvin
Marvin
Jones.
Jones. Yep. But he's getting up
Again,
there.
like Nick said, he was old, and he's creeping up on the 36, I think 37.
Yes.
So TJ Hawkinson is, I think he's a great tight end.
Yes, he can block very good.
Let's listen to this again.
TJ Hawkinson, tight end, Iowa.
Wow.
So, again, I mean, we had in our mock draft, I think we had him going to the Giants, didn't we?
Yeah.
So we had him going a bit higher than this.
Yeah, we did.
And he was an all-state basketball forward in high school.
He was. Wow.
So, all right, so let's not discuss Buffalo. Let's just discuss this pick.
Yep.
He's only the 4th tight end selected in the top 10 of the draft since 1997. That's 22 years, and only 4 years did that happen.
Yep.
So what do you think about that?
What?
What do you think about that? He's like, I mean, so here are the Iowa tight ends: Austin Wheatley, Dallas Clark, Eric Jensen, Tony Jackson, Scott Chandler.
Dallas Clark?
Yeah, he went to Iowa.
Very good.
And George Kittle is good. He's on the 49ers.
Iowa knows they know how to breed tight ends.
They do.
And you have Noah Fant, who's probably
another one. I think he's more of a flex to me between the two, tight end and receiver, because he is so fast.
Who would you prefer, TJ Hawkinson or Noah Fant?
TJ, for the better fit for me would be TJ Hawkinson, because Marvin Jones is so fast.
Yeah, he is.
That you just need. I mean, sure, TJ Hawkinson fast too. He's not as half as fast as Marvin Jones is, but Marvin Jones is short. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
He's like 5'10", almost barely. Marvin Jones is not going to be able to get up there and get a pass on a 6'3" cornerback.
Yeah, he's not.
TJ Hawkinson can stand flat-footed and do that.
Because Hawkinson's what, 6'4"?
6'4", 6'5"?
Yep, 6'4".
Do you see the reaction from the Iowa pub?
Yes.
That's ridiculous, man. You're right. I mean, Iowa breeds tight ends. They got 2 in this draft. 2 that possibly could be selected top 10.
Yes.
All right, so he's 6'4" and 3/4, so almost 6'5".
Yeah. How much does he weigh?
I really don't know. I mean, he's probably light if he's gonna run that fast.
He weighs 250, 251.
Oh, so he's big.
He's a big boy.
He is. But I don't really think that affects like him in general.
Yeah, because he's 6'4",
he can. Sure, they're gonna have him. I think running like out routes and slants.
Yep, they are.
Because you either want to get it to him over the middle, or you want to get it to him up the sideline.
Yeah.
In my opinion. Because he's not going to be able to outrun. Like, you're not going to be able to dump it off to him. He's going to be able to outrun the whole defense. That's not really TJ Hawkinson. Yeah, I mean, he can truck everybody, but after, like... All right, so I'm reading this article right now on NYUP. It says, should Buffalo Bills take TJ Hawkinson at number 9? We're in Buffalo right now. They're up next. Do you think I could possibly pick Noah Fant?
Maybe.
All right.
I could.
All right. We're just going to keep up in this. Top 12. Let's do it. You want to do it? Can you?
Yes.
All right. Because I just want to see Cincinnati's pretty much.
I hope Cincinnati doesn't get Dwayne Haskins.
Let's just go to 11. So we can just see Cincinnati's and then we can end the stream.
That's good luck.
So
Bill's pick is in.
So do you think it could be Noah Fant? Since people were discussing TJ Hawkinson could be for the Bills, but they have Charles Clay.
Yeah,
who's a good tight end. They have a good defensive line, Adolphus Washington, Shaq Lawson, Lorenzo Alexander.
Yeah.
Who Lorenzo Alexander also plays linebacker with a bunch of other guys like Kyle Alexander.
Yep.
And Lorenzo Carter, the rookie out of Georgia. I mean, the 2-year man out of Georgia.
Yep.
So, do you think the defense for the Bills is okay?
It's decent.
I mean, I might have to go with the offense. I might have to go quarterback. I really don't trust Josh Allen as much as I trust Sam Darnold.
I think they're gonna go either O-line because.
I mean, yeah, their O-line does stink, but I'm okay. My pick is in, and it's Dwayne Haskins, man.
For the Bills.
Yeah.
Okay.
But did you expect the order of quarterbacks that we're getting right now?
No.
I didn't. I expect Daniel Jones to go 4th or 3rd.
Here we go.
All right.
Might be Ed Oliver even.
I mean, I like their defensive line. I don't really think they need anybody new. All those guys are like under 30. So.
What did I say? Ed Oliver. I guessed it.
You do. What? How?
Wow.
How? How is it Ed Oliver, man? I really don't get that though. I mean, great job on the guess though, man. Good job, Will. But
See why they did it?
But I don't. All their defensive linemen are under 30. So why would you pick one that's young? I don't think Ed Oliver's going to get the start first season.
He might.
I mean, he might get the start at the beginning of the season, but they have 4 defensive linemen who are great and are young and are physical and fast and get to the quarterback. And Josh Allen, man, is just not getting it done. So, Ed Oliver, let's discuss this one. It's the same thing with Quinnen Williams. You pick a defensive tackle when you need another position.
Yes.
And I think really he should have gone lower, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because his performance has slacked throughout the season.
Yeah.
It dropped. Like, by the time it was bowl season, he wasn't even getting sacks anymore. So, all right, we're doing 2 more. Denver and Cincinnati. Let's discuss Denver.
Of course, they have Joe Flacco as the quarterback.
And Case Keenum. I mean, I don't really think Joe Flacco is going to be the same after that injury. But they got Case Keenum, I think, is a pretty solid quarterback. I mean,
He's a decent quarterback.
So, running back, I think they're good. I really like Philip Dorsett.
Yeah, I do.
And they got a good group of receivers. I'm not going to say they're like, oh my gosh, they're the best.
Yeah.
But they have a decent... So I'm gonna read you off their group of receivers. Because, I mean, it's okay, but it's not... It might not be good enough to... And Philip Lindsay. That's the linebacker. But they got Deshaun Hamilton, Emmanuel Sanders, Cortland Sutton, Troy Fumagalli, Jeff Herman, Jake Butt. They got all of those guys.
Yes. Honestly,
offensive line has been a problem.
They might go with Devin Bush.
But their defense, Von Miller,
True.
You got Von Miller, and then on the defensive line you got DeMonte Pecco, DeMarcus Walker, Derek Wolfe, and Bradley Chubb. That is a great defensive line. If they pick a defensive lineman, I'm gonna be pissed.
But if they pick Devin Bush, I wouldn't be that.
No, because they trade away Brandon Marshall.
Yep.
They don't have Shane Ray anymore, so that just leaves them with Von Miller at the linebacker position.
But Von Miller's.
He's a great linebacker, and Bradley Chubb can play it if necessary. Bradley Chubb is light enough that I think he can play linebacker because he's 6'4", 275.
Yes.
So I think that's good enough to make him play linebacker.
I just hope the Bengals don't get Dwayne Haskins.
What? No, why do you hope the Bengals don't get Dwayne Haskins?
Because I'm a Steelers fan, and
He's good. Oh, all right. No, okay, so I'm going to probably hope that too because I'm a Ravens fan.
I don't want to. Oh my gosh, I feel like they're gonna pick him.
They need one. I'm saying I don't trust Andy Dalton a bit.
Yeah.
So I might go with Devin Bush here. Good quarterback, good group of receivers, good running back. Offensive line shaky. So I'm going to go with either Jawan Taylor or Devin Bush. Right here.
All right, I'm gonna go with Devin Bush. That's what I'm gonna go with.
Devin Bush, all right. The Bills fans are like mobbing at Oliver right now.
Huh.
All right, so all right. Let's discuss Denver a bit. Picks almost in for Denver.
Yes.
How much does it have? How much time you think?
They have 3:23 left.
All right. I mean, their win-loss since Super Bowl. First of all, Trevor Siemian was 13-11 at quarterback. Paxton Lynch was 1-3. Brock Osweiler was 0-4.
Oh.
And Case Keenum was 6-10 when he plays full season. So he started a full season. I guess that's good. I guess that's a start. He never missed a game last season.
Yeah.
But if you look at Joe Flacco now, his cash earned is 4th, but his yards per attempt is last. His touchdown interception ratio is 36th. Backups are better than him.
Hold up. Steelers just traded up. Let's go.
Okay, breaking news. Steelers have traded up for what?
Steelers traded up.
For what?
Yes.
What did they trade up for? Well, come on, tell me, man. Tell me. Wait, what pick do they have? Yo, whoa, wait. This is breaking news. What pick do they have?
10. They have the Broncos.
What?
They have the Denver. Bro, we're getting Devin Bush.
You're getting Dwayne Haskins.
No, I doubt that.
No. You don't trust Joe Flacco, and Case Keenum was 6-10 in his first season. You might have Dwayne Haskins.
No. The Steelers are on the clock right now.
Yeah. Broncos trade pick. So where are the Broncos in this scheme right now?
I don't know. And the Steelers sold the 20th pick. Let's go.
So Broncos are 20, maybe?
No, the Steelers still have their pick.
What? So they got 2 picks in the first round now.
They probably gave them like their second and third round picks.
They probably gave him a player.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna be right back.
All right, what are you doing?
Hold on.
All right. Wow. I can't believe it. The Broncos give up their pick when there are... The Broncos literally just gave up their pick when there were like 3 minutes before they picked. So, I don't know what caused them to do that. It might have been a good player from the Steelers, a position that they needed. But I honestly think if the Steelers are going to pick here, I mean... Offensive line, man. Offensive line. I'm going to go offensive line here. I'm probably going to go Jawan Taylor. Not only because of his size, but his ability to spread the defense, get him away from the quarterback. He's very good at that. And he's also very good at he's really good at getting the defense. Like I said, getting the defense away from the quarterback, but he's also very good at keeping his quarterback away from him because he knows if he's just going to back up, just straight into him, and he's got a good record. Florida had one of the best defensive lines in the country last year, and he really led them to that. And that's why he's projected 7. It's 10th pick now. But if the Steelers are going to go, I think they either get Devin Bush or they get Juwan Taylor. Here's the pick.
Denver Broncos have traded the 10th pick to the Pittsburgh Steelers. For Pittsburgh's pick, please welcome back to the stage 1979 Walter Payton NFL Man of the Year, Hall of Famer, and Steeler legend, Joe Green.
Oh, it's me, Joe Green. All right. So let's just discuss that for a second, because the Steelers doing that really, I don't know. That's I just want to know what the Broncos got in return for that, because the Steelers picking 10 is huge. I mean, they just get better players than they got last year. Oh my God, they did it! Oh my God! Yo, Will, when you're back, the Steelers got Devin Bush. I can't believe it. So he was right. They are not. Honestly, I think it's to replace Ryan Shazier. It's got to be replaced Ryan Shazier. I mean, after that back injury, he's probably never going to play the sport again. Devin Bush is a perfect fit. Sure, he went to like the most rival school of Ryan Shazier you should Ohio State and Michigan, but he's phenomenal. He's a freak. He can play. I've seen him play quarterback multiple times. He's very good at reading the quarterback's eyes. When he's a linebacker, he acts like he's going to rush. He backs up, gets that swat, gets that pick. He had 4 of them last year. So he is so good at reading the quarterback's eyes. And I think he's a perfect fit for the Steelers because if you're practicing on Big Ben, that's how you know your team's going to be pretty darn good. Yeah. That is really, really huge, man. And Devin Bush going to the Steelers, and the Broncos could have had that, and all because they traded their pick like idiots. That was a really dumb move. I mean, why would you do that? The only good linebacker they have is Von Miller. They trade away Brandon Marshall. That Shane Ray retired. So why do you trade your pick if you had a chance to get Devin Bush, and then you're like, nah, I'm good. I don't need a linebacker because I have Von Miller. He can be the whole linebacker. No, Devin Bush is 3rd best linebacker in the draft, maybe 2nd if you count ahead Devin White, but Devin White went first. Like first out of all the linebackers, so he must be pretty good. He's also a natural born leader, and he can play all these positions. So it's a really big moment for Devin Bush. He's awesome. And what he did with Michigan is great. He's recorded a ton of sacks. Read it. Let's read it. Let's check out his stats here because he was great. Devin Bush, he was phenomenal.
All right, let's go.
Yo, they got Devin Bush.
I'm so happy.
They got Devin Bush. They got Devin Bush, my dude.
Let's go.
So, Will, I was talking about it with him. Why is he such a good fit for the Steelers? Because he is. But just tell me why.
I think he's really tough.
And guys, Steel Curtain that plays with me. Personally, I think that this guy is the next Ryan Shazier.
Yes.
Because he's probably never going to play the sport again.
Yes, Shazier, never.
Devin Bush is a freak. He is just like Ryan Shazier. Sure, they went to like the exact opposite schools, Ohio State and Michigan, but Bush, he is so good. You know what he's so good at, Will?
What?
Reading the quarterback's eyes.
Yes.
Always. He'll act like he's going to blitz and just immediately drops back into coverage.
All right, I have one more pick before I have to go.
All right. Well, here it is.
All right.
Cincinnati.
It's going to be Dwayne.
It's got to be Dwayne Haskins. I don't trust Andy Dalton.
They don't pick Dwayne Haskins, which...
Well, pick is in right now.
They could pick offensive line. I wouldn't be that surprised.
Yeah, their offensive line stinks too. I say Juwan Taylor or Dwayne Haskins. See, watch. You see those highlights right there that are showing of Devin Bush.
Yeah.
Watch this one against Nebraska. His ability to read the
I saw
quarterback.
that.
Sees the pitch, chases him out, doesn't let him get past the line of scrimmage. He is so good. He leads the team in tackles for loss, led the team in tackles 2 years in a row. He is a natural-born leader.
Let us know in the comments
Here
section.
we go. Bengals.
All right, let's go.
Please, that's what I'm asking.
It's got to be Dwayne Haskins, man. They don't have a good core. Andy Dalton sucks.
Yes.
What?
They picked Jonah Williams.
Jonah Williams?
Yeah.
All right. That's a benefit for Cincinnati.
It is.
Okay, let's just discuss that, and then I'm just going to end the stream, all right? Jonah Williams,
He's experienced.
he's experienced, 5-year senior. He's huge. He's versatile. He can play everywhere on the offensive line.
Wow.
And he's so good at keeping the quarterback away from the
Yes,
defense. He pushes them forward. He's so good at that. So
Wow.
I think he's a good fit, but would you have felt better if they picked Dwayne Haskins?
Yes. Well.
I mean, you're a Steelers fan, but let's just say you're a Bengals fan. You would want them to pick Dwayne Haskins, right?
Yes, I would.
All right. Well, man, Will, I appreciate the time for freaking hour and 45 minutes.
Yep.
Thank you so much for being here on Pregame Press.
Uh-huh.
I really appreciate it. All right, man. See ya.
Peace out.
Thank you for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, click the bell for more notifications. You guys have a good one. Good luck at the NFL Draft.